Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome. Happy Saturday morning, right? Where is everyone? I think we have a bit of a slow start to today. Come on, Zoom. Oh, there's everyone. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, sometimes Zoom will do that. Um, everyone just gets in at once because everyone's kind of queued up in the waiting room. All right, so like, what was it? 2 days ago, I held it to exactly 10 minutes. We're going to do exactly 10 minutes again today on a wonderful Saturday. So some updates. So as you'll notice with the emails as of late, they have been different copy, but to the same result. And we've been saying that we want to continue leading with Rhino Street. Good morning, Ian. Ian, I think you might have crossed over 10. I got to check, but you were at 9 yesterday, which is super impressive. We want to continue leading with Rhino Street because that is our crown jewel. That is the new technology, right? That is something that only we have, we've created, and it's quite the value proposition to anyone that participates in it. In fact, I would say the most unique feature about Rhino Street, hey, good Saturday. Oh, cool. Yeah, I did take a look, Frida. And I think the coolest thing about Rhino Street, at least the highest value proposition, is that it's a search engine that doesn't need to be fully populated by the globe. It needs to be fully populated by a region because it's a localized search engine, because all of your results are going to be within 20 miles of you. Therefore, if you live in, I don't know, Timbuktu, wherever that is, and you gather your neighbors and colleagues and business owners and say, hey, listen, guys, don't you think it's time that we stop having our data tracked and all of our data being sold and being pushed ads to and basically be mice running in just different social media experiments? Why don't we just use Rhino Street and we could control everything ourselves? We could control our keywords, we could control our descriptions. There's no ads, there's no tracking, there's no marketing, just honest local search. And your town was like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Well, you would no longer ever need Google or anything else. You would have Rhino Street. That would be all you would ever need going forward. And it's interesting because something so simple like that can happen overnight. So we want to continue leading with Rhino Street, and the natural question is, well, Ant, that sounds great, but it hasn't happened. So what's your solution to that? Do you believe that it's just going to happen by hitting your head against the wall a couple of times? Do you think it's going to happen by this, prove markedly slow adoption? And no, I don't think that's the case. I think what we're doing with the emails now is seeing what everyone's receptive to, right? So each email has a different email copy, and every day we see different amount of people opt in, we see different amount of clicks, we see different amount of stuff, we see different amount of sharing, whatnot. And when we go ahead and come up with a lander page and a copy for the email and all of those requisite assets in the funnel process, from someone becoming a stranger to a member, when we come up with like a process that actually works, that converts quite well, that everyone is seemingly very pleased with, well, then we could go ahead and start scaling that a little bit more. Now, what we will be doing over the course of the next couple of weeks is scaling things up. We have our ad accounts ready to go. We have different course material and different processes and suggestions ready to go. And we've never done ads. Like we've fooled around with Google ads for a little bit for search. We fooled around with Twitter ads, which Twitter I think doesn't want to make money. Like we did the ads for a week and then they just put it into pause mode, and it's been like that forever. So we just canceled it. What's actually quite interesting was we played with Etsy ads, and Etsy obviously is where you sell product, right? So we don't have a product that we sell. We're just trying to introduce a search engine to everyone. In which case, when in Etsy, you only pay for, I think you pay for the clicks that you actually get. Because I think I was charged like 12 cents or something for 4 clicks, which is pretty cool. Now, the next steps to that is, okay, well, how can you build a really good Etsy ad? Right? Can you build an Etsy store? Do you have enough things to fill a store? Can you go ahead and put the your ad budget up to $10, $20, $30 a day. Is there things that you can do on Etsy that will bring eyeballs to you? Because if we're spending a very, very low amount, like 3 cents for everyone that actually goes to our store and clicks around, that might be something to look at. So we are going to look more at Etsy because we do think, I made a client's website completely using the Rhino AI. I love that. So that's amazing. That really, really is super cool. In fact, I don't know what to do with that. Like, I think we need to get like a Rhino blog or something because I want people to know that like you did that, and that's super cool. So we do want to be a little more ad savvy in the next coming weeks. So we'll start launching them in the coming week. So next week. Actually, will we? Maybe not till the following week, because what you have read in the email today is something that's really been on my mind, like really been on my mind. I was telling my wife about this last night, and she thinks I'm like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but maybe I am. I don't know. I think there's a budding industry that has yet to develop. I don't even think anyone, like I'm making this up as I go along, right? But my spidey senses are telling me there's going to be an industry called promptology, not the doctor with the fingers and the, but promptology. Now, AI, although we have it, in the next year or two, everyone's going to have it, right? So we're kind of first to market, like we have it in our search engine, we're able to offer it. Anthony made a full client's website using it. But do I think in a year or two from now, everyone's going to have, everyone will have AI? Yeah, of course. Every search engine will have it. Everyone's going to have it. So where does that leave us? Well, we were first. That's kind of cool. But being first doesn't matter if you're not the one that's successful, right? Now, when you're using the AI, so say for instance, I don't know, let's actually do this in real life, right? So let's go to, well, let me see what I have behind this screen. Okay, I could do this. So let's do share screen. All right, let's move all this stuff because for some reason Zoom has to have everything all over the place. Okay, so let's say we go to rhinostreet.com. Now, when you ask Rhino something, well, what are you looking for? So one would say, I'm looking for, I don't know, I want to write a marketing letter. Write me a marketing letter to write me a marketing letter to sell peanut butter, right? So we're going to ask Rhino to do that for us. And as you can see, it's a very simple prompt, right? Like write me a marketing letter to sell peanut butter. There's nothing too difficult about that. Although Rhino's going to make me look silly right now. Okay, dear name, are you looking for a delicious and nutritious snack that will satisfy your cravings? Look no further than this peanut butter. Our peanut butter is made with only the finest ingredients and is sure to become your go-to snack. Our peanut butter is made with 100% natural. So it's kind of good, right? But it's very bland. Like there's no pizzazz. It's kind of very broad. So write me a marketing letter to sell peanut butter in the style of peanut butter, highlighting the principles of, let's see, influence as written about by Robert Cialdini in his book titled Influence, right? So now let's see what happens. Come on, computer. Okay. Dear name, we're excited to introduce to you a delicious peanut butter. Our peanut butter is made with the highest quality ingredients, is sure to be a hit with your family. At Rhino, we understand the principles of influence. Oh, you'd want to take that out. We believe that our peanut butter is the perfect product to demonstrate these principles. Okay, so let's get rid of that sentence. First, our peanut butter is a great example of the principle of reciprocity. We offer a generous discount to customers. So what the AI is doing is actually, so I have to put a better prompt, right? Because what it's doing is it's defining the principles to me as if I'm writing an essay to a teacher or something, but we're writing a marketing letter. So being a human, I can read this and take these sentences out, right? So I could take out first, our peanut butter is a great example of the principle of reciprocity. and just leave in, we offer a generous discount to customers who purchase multiple jars of peanut butter. So let's see if we can rewrite this because it's kind of bothering me. So let's do rewrite as a cold email to a prospective customer. And let's see what happens. Okay. Dear prospective customer, excited to introduce you delicious peanut butter at blah, blah, blah. We understand the principle. Oh, you're annoying me. All right, so obviously, again, I have to get better with the prompts, but that's the point of what I'm talking about. So let's say we did write me a speech, write me a football halftime speech in the style of a Donald Trump rally. Let's see what happens. Come on, computer. All right, so it takes a little bit of time. Come on. Okay. My fellow football fans, we are here today to celebrate a great game of football. It's a game that brings us together. It's a game that we all love. Today we are at halftime. We have some plays and some not so great plays, but this is all part of the game. Now it's time to get back out there and finish strong. We have a lot of work to do in the second half. We need to make sure that we're ready to go. We need to focus on the task at hand. We need to stay focused and stay motivated. We need to make sure we are playing our best football. We need to make sure that we are playing with passion and intensity. We need to make sure that we are playing with heart and determination. We need to make sure that we are playing with pride and honor. So you see how it's in the style of a Trump rally. Like this is kind of the rhythm of his speech and the words that he uses. Let's get out there and make sure that we're playing with the spirit of victory. Let's go out there and make sure that we're playing with the spirit of excellence. Like these are Donald Trump type words. Well, look at all this. Total hyperbole, right? So let me stop the share. The point of the story is we believe that there's going to be a budding industry called proptology, in which case, sure, we're all going to have AI, but for you to have the best output, well, you need the best input. So if you're trying to write a marketing letter to sell peanut butter, well, is there a particular, famous marketer like Zig Ziglar or whatnot that is famous for selling, consumer products that he has taught that in this style is the best way to do it? Because if there is, you'd want to go ahead and prompt the AI to say, write me this in the style of blah, blah, blah. And is there more? Write me this in the style of blah, 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 and make sure to include, is there key features of your product? Is there key features that people are searching right now? Is there a way to find that out, right? And please include key features as measured by Google Trends from 2007 to 2012. So the more you put as an input, the better your output's going to be, which is going to allow the individual to go ahead and have the higher up, right? Like the leg up, the best product, the best outcomes. With that being said, we want to kind of actually spearhead that. I think at Rhino, we see a very big opportunity there. And again, everything always comes back to search, right? What are the things that we can offer people for free that would bring them back to us and say, wow, there's such value there. With that being said, the bigger project is what I would like to do this week. Now, of course, when I say what I like to do this week, I don't ever mean to confuse that with, oh, we're changing course. No, it's always building on the next thing. And I would like to create an entire agency. Now, there's I would say about like 30 different AIs that have freemium models, meaning you can try them for free, get a month free or whatever, that all do some of the most amazing stuff, from the best copy to automatic ads to when someone tweets something to be able to capture who they are by their hashtag and then respond with a generative a generative message back that includes their message and replies to it with an image that's created on the fly. There's AI that allows you to build an entire presentation, 8-slide presentation with pictures and all by just typing in what you want to do. There's AI that allows you to immediately come up with courses, right? Like, how do I become a mechanic? Courses, boom, 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 right there for you. There is so much really cool. There's AI that you could build an app just typing in what you want to do. There's AI where you could translate documents to any language immediately and put it up all over the place. So the point is, I would like to go ahead and take some time to research and learn all the different AIs that I have at my fingertips. Now, mind you, I have, I was able to aggregate them all into like what am I like like a dictionary, not a dictionary, like a glossary almost, where I could search. Like, I've taken all the different AI, put it into one spot, and I'm able to actually type in and see what do I want. Like, do I want a tutor course? The tutor course will come down. And there's actually an AI search engine as well, in which case it gives you the result as we would, but it also gives you suggestions based on your result, based on the AI's intelligence. So there's so much to do, and I think right now there's not there is a possibility that it's proof right now that you can actually build an agency that is completely automated. And by completely automated, I mean really, really high end. So you can code the AI to search for trends. You can then code the AI to immediately create content for those trends, from blogs to children's books to newsletters to magazines to Facebook posts, Twitter posts. All of those contents will be at the value of the prompts that you give them. All of that content will have generative images that are connected to it. All of that content will have calls to action that send people to booking links, sales links, wherever the case may be. That content will also be able to track the individual, and like, track is a word that we don't like to use, right? But it'll be able to identify the person, and if they go to it and they don't take action, well, it could send them an autoresponder. We could have chatbots that then reach out to them like a real person. And the coup de grace is, and I'm not sure this is possible, I think it is, because there are AI that allow you to have a real life person. Well, not, it's an AI person, like, it's not real, but they look real. And that person can talk in real time. The text that they get can be zapped over using Zapier, and then they can read it. So for instance, say you and I are talking right now and you say, hey, Anthony, what's your favorite football team? My AI can absorb your question, come up with an answer, and then zap that over to the AI person, the figure, and in the form of text, and press enter, and that figure then speaks the result, or speaks the answer back to you. So I do think there's probably going to be a natural lag, right? Because as you're speaking, I'm just sitting there. Although there is AI that will allow me to kind of make facial motions or whatnot. But I have to then transcribe what you're saying, absorb it, answer it, zap it over, and the bot has to read it and then speak it. So I do think there'll be a couple of seconds. But that being said, maybe we're not at the point where we're doing live conversation. What if you went to our website to go ahead and purchase something, and you're like, I really like to speak to someone, and we had a bot sitting right there saying, hey, would you like to speak to someone? What's your question? You go ahead and write the question, and then the bot goes ahead and brings up a person and says, hey, Fred, really great question. I'm happy you're here. I see that you've come from over here. I see that you want to know and learn more about this. Well, over here, we can do this, this, and this. And why don't I show you to your next steps? All as a live human being, but not really live. Now, all of this can be put together. Now, of course, it sounds incredibly ambitious, and it is. No one's ever done it, because you have to have the promptology embedded into it. You need to have good prompts to even pull something like this off. That being said, if we were able to pull something off like this, and that was the agency that we can just give to people, like everyone could just have that, well then, we're talking about a different stratosphere. That's something that, wow, how did you do that? Also, in the whole giving away stuff, we do want to go ahead and make sure that Rhino's involved in it on a money side as well, because we have a token, right? So instead of giving it away, it might be at a sponsorship rate, right? If you would like to own this agency for yourself, well, not own, if you'd like to rent this agency for yourself, there is a $20 sponsorship, and that goes directly to the token. Now, in which case, Rhino's even going up even faster, having nothing to do with those that are pulling out of it, because those people are just paying a sponsorship fee. They don't actually get the token, which although we probably will try to give them something, I don't know. But it's these things. And on top of all of that, well, if we're able to do it for everyone else, couldn't we do it for ourselves, right? Couldn't we set this off in such a way that Rhino gets all of the opt-ins, the blogs, the attention, the traffic, the blah, 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 as its own case study? Hey, we did this, we want to give it to you. So I do think we're at a particular time in history where it's like a bit of a gold rush. The moment is now. Who's going to be the first to do it? And I feel that in my bones. Like I really feel like when in history has the common person ever been given technology greater than all of the corporations put together? It just has never happened. So really, this is a true case study of when people say, oh, I don't have money, or I'm disenfranchised, or I'm this or I'm that because of those people. Well, implicit in that is that they have opportunity and you don't. They've been given things that you haven't. What's not implicit in that is the variable that what if you were given something better than them? Well, conceivably, you would be bigger than them. And if you're not bigger than them, what's the reason? Well, the reason is that you're lazy. And if the reason is that you're lazy, well, then that's the reason why everything in your life is the way it is. And I don't know if that sounds harsh. Like this is me talking to myself pretty much. I'm not lazy. And I recognize that at this point in time, we have more technology at our fingertips than anyone has ever had, ever. And it's only going to grow from here. So who's going to be the one to capture it? Who's going to be the one to make a name for themselves? Who's going to be the one to go ahead and build something before everyone else is? Who's going to be the one that is at the gold rush with the first shovel? And I don't think we're going to be first. I think there's people already, smart enough to do this stuff because we need to learn it. There's people that already know it. But do I think we'll be in the first 5%, first 10%? Yeah, because I'm talking to you about it right now. So that's my goal for this week. It is quite ambitious. It's going to mean that I'm going to be a little less available. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do it because we also have children at home, right? Like we pick up our son at 4:00 and that time is very important to me. I'm never going to, how do you explain to a 16-month, oh, by the way, I have to work late every day this week. And he's like, I don't know what that means, but where's my father? So there's certain lines I won't cross, but maybe it means I wake up every morning at 2 a.m. I don't know. But that was the message from the email today. That's the direction we're going. This is going to be an exciting week. I love everyone. I'm wildly over the time limit for today. But let me just see if there's any questions going on here. RVPs need more training and more time. Quarters are discouraging right now and nothing to show for my time. When can we talk? So that's a comment on RVP, which I don't like using the word quota. And again, it doesn't matter what word you use. But Rhino Bucks is a real currency, right? Like it's not like we're giving out Chuck E. Cheese coins. We're actually paying. And in RVP, we've also have been together for 2 months. Every day, every week, we've been spending time together. Everyone's been collaborative on ideas. We've been building and building and building. RVP is, at least the goal of it is I guess it could be called like a sales group per se, because everyone has all right, this is my region, and this is how I've come up with I'm going to market to my region, and this is how I've come up with being able to reach people and gain conversions and get traffic and get visitors. That's all. Time has been allotted for all of that. In fact, we could go through the 2 months worth of log. The unpopular answer is that if an individual did not take that time seriously, and now that they feel, they're kind of falling behind or unable to keep up, well, of course, I'll take time to work with you. And this is not directed at you, Deborah. It's just directed to a lot of the RVPs that have been sharing this sentiment. I will always spend time with everyone. But let's go ahead and put the facts on the table. The time had been allotted and no one took it seriously. They just collected payment. Now, if they want to continue collecting payment, they're like, oh my God, I wish I took that seriously. So as it pertains to RVPs need more training, I'll jump in the group. Monday, we're going to have a call. I'll have some material ready, but not everyone's going to make it. Like it is what it is. And that's good. And Deborah, again, it's not at you. I love you. I was on a three-way call with Deborah and someone and like the head of the Small Business Administration the other day. But yeah, I do understand that, but I also just kind of want to share that. My background is in Wall Street boardrooms. There was never even close to a tolerance for, oh my God, I'm after 3 months, I'm still not getting results. They would say, okay, leave, goodbye. And they would say it a lot nastier than that. So that's where I'm from. And of course, I don't do that. I don't speak that way. I don't treat anyone that way. But that is my DNA. So I have very little empathy for I don't know, just for not asking questions and not putting your best foot forward. And again, not directed at you. It's just directed to everyone, really. All right, so let me go. I love you, and I'll have an email. I'll have an email tomorrow, but I'm thinking maybe if I could address RVP tomorrow. No, we'll have a Monday meeting, and we'll address it then. Absolutely love everyone, and next week's going to be really, really super exciting. Let's create something that no one ever has. Hashtag proptology, right? All right, love you. Bye.